I woke up in my small, windowless apartment, the faint blue glow of the virtual reality headset casting an eerie light across the room. My name is Alex, and I have found solace in the digital realm, a stark contrast to the disappointment and failures of my life as an unsuccessful YouTuber. As I adjusted the headset over my eyes, the familiar world of the VR opened up before me. Today, I chose a chilling horror game. The atmosphere was tense, and the air seemed to carry a sense of foreboding. I navigated through dimly lit corridors, my virtual footsteps echoing in my ears. The lack of windows in my real apartment seemed irrelevant now. The virtual world had consumed my senses. As I delved deeper into the game, a sense of unease gnawed at the edges of my consciousness. Each corner I turned, each shadow that flickered, sent a shiver down my spine. The realism was uncanny, and for a moment, I forgot about my lackluster YouTube channel and the failures that haunted me. The digital horrors were far more captivating than my real-life struggles. But then, in the midst of the virtual chaos, a detail caught my attention. A small, flickering light in the corner of the game world. I approached cautiously, my heart pounding. As I got closer, the light took shape. It was a message scrawled in blood on the virtual wall. "You can't escape," it read, the words seemingly etched into my very soul. I ripped off the headset, gasping for breath. The apartment around me was dark and stifling. I fumbled for the light switch, my heart racing. The room was just as I had left it, devoid of any windows, trapping me in my own private abyss. My breathing came in ragged bursts as a sense of dread settled over me. And then, a sound. A faint scraping noise like something dragging across the floor. My eyes darted around the room, searching for the source. But there was nothing there, just the silence and the weight of my fears. Had the virtual horrors somehow followed me into reality? Was my mind playing tricks on me? Or had I stumbled into something beyond my understanding? The scraping sound grew louder, more distinct. I felt a chill run down my spine as the realization struck me. I was not alone. Panic surged through me as I realized the truth. Someone, or something, was in my apartment. I reached for my phone, my trembling fingers struggling to dial for help. But before I could complete the call, a figure emerged from the shadows, a sinister silhouette against the darkness. My heart felt like it was about to burst from my chest as I saw the glint of a knife in its hand. The last thing I heard was a chilling whisper that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "You can't escape." And then, the darkness consumed me, both in the real world and the virtual realm, as the horrors of my failed YouTube dreams intertwined with the nightmare that had become my reality. As the figure emerged from the shadows, its presence seemed to warp the very air around me. The knife gleamed ominously, its edge catching the faint light. Fear held me in its grip, rendering me unable to move or even scream. The whispered words echoed in my mind, a haunting refrain that seemed to push me further into the abyss of terror. But then, just as the figure closed in, something incredible happened. A burst of blinding light erupted from within me, radiating outward like a shockwave. The intruder recoiled, shielding its eyes, and the knife clattered to the floor. The room seemed to shift, the walls bending and contorting in response to the mysterious energy. In a blink, I found myself standing in a surreal landscape, a fusion of my virtual adventures and the real world. It was as if the boundaries between the two had dissolved, giving birth to a reality of its own. The figure that had haunted my apartment was now trapped in this uncanny realm, struggling against forces it couldn't comprehend. "You can't escape," I heard myself say, my voice resonating with a newfound power. The figure thrashed and writhed, its form distorting like a glitch in the system. I realized that I had tapped into the very essence of the virtual world, wielding control over its rules and physics. It was a power that transcended my failed YouTube channel, my insecurities, and my fears. As the figure disintegrated into a burst of digital fragments, a profound sense of liberation washed over me. The apartment around me seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, as if the weight of my anxieties had lifted. I had conquered the darkness, both within and without. In the aftermath, the apartment transformed. Windows appeared where there were none before, revealing the city beyond. Natural light flooded in, washing away the shadows that had plagued me for so long. The virtual reality headset lay discarded on the floor, a symbol of the escape I had once sought. With a deep breath, I stepped into the real world, leaving the headset behind. As I embraced the sunlight streaming through the windows, I realized that my journey had come full circle. The power that had saved me from the horrors had always been within me, waiting to be unleashed. I never returned to the virtual world. Instead, I faced my failures head-on. I poured my energy into rekindling my YouTube channel, this time driven not by the desire for fame, but by a genuine passion to share my experiences and connect with others. And so, the story of Alex, the unsuccessful YouTuber who found strength in the virtual realm, ended with a twist that shattered the boundaries of reality and imagination. The horrors had been conquered, the darkness transformed into light, and a new chapter unfolded, one where the power of self-discovery triumphed over all. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.